Good morning, this is Dan from Meraki. Today we're making a dark chocolate and whiskey tart inspired by a Donna Hay recipe. This is a beautiful recipe that is just fantastic. It's easy to make and I know you'll really enjoy. We will need black salt, which is optional, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, half a cup of whipping cream, 200 grams of dark chocolate, a quarter cup of whiskey. I used Jack Daniel's single barrel and it was really good, and 1 pie crust recipe. The first thing we're going to do is make our pie crust recipe and let it rest in the fridge. Once it's rested, we're going to roll it into 1 flat sheet. Now we got to find something round. I use this little metal mold. You can use the top of a glass. You want something that's roughly 1 inch larger than our cupcake mold. We're going to cut out all the little circles, and then we're going to cut out one of these little triangles to make them look like little Pac-Mans. We're doing this because the diameter gets bigger as we go higher up the muffin tray. Very simple, right? As you can see, I put it into the mold and I just joined the 2 open ends, and there you go, perfect. This food mold that I found just happened to be the perfect size and made the job much easier. Now that we've molded our little cups, we're going to bake them. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some parchment paper, and we can use a grain like rice or beans, it doesn't matter. Then we're going to put them in the oven and bake for 15 to 20 minutes at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Next thing we're going to do is grab our chocolate and we're going to cut it up into small little chunks. Try not to eat any of it, you don't want to unbalance the recipe, but it's so good. Trust me, the end result is going to be amazing and you're going to enjoy it so much. Anyway, we're going to break it up into little pieces and we're going to scoop it all into a bowl. Try to get all of it again, and yeah. Now we're going to heat up our cream. I added here the sugar already, and we can add our whiskey. But if you like your tarts with a little more cojones, we're going to add the whiskey a little later, and it'll keep it a little stronger, like I just did after it starts simmering. Now we're going to bring it back to a simmer, and we're going to remove it from the heat. Get out your chocolate, and we're going to put it over our element. I like to do that just because it helps keep it warm. Make sure the glass is heat resistant. We're not putting it over a flame, but still it may shatter, so just a word of caution, you know. Now we're going to let it sit for about 2 or 3 minutes so the chocolate starts softening up, and it's going to be easy to mix. After 2 or 3 minutes, we're going to take our chocolate and we're going to start stirring. We're not incorporating any air, so we got to make sure we're not bringing it out of the chocolate. We're mixing it just quite gently. This is my favorite part really, because you'll see a nice dark patch start to develop right in the center where the chocolate's fully incorporating with the cream. It's going to slowly start spreading out to the edges of your bowl. It's quite beautiful actually. Now for the easy part. We're going to wait about 10 minutes for the chocolate to start to thicken up, and then we're just going to fill up all the cups. Have someone you love close by to lick up all the little chocolate that you drop. Yep, that's not my finger getting in there. And we're going to put it into the fridge, let it set, and then we're going to sprinkle with a black salt. And you're done. There you have it. Beautiful whiskey chocolate tarts. These are a fan favorite. You're going to love them. Enjoy.